The combination right now in this first wave is majority non-Republican. Again, folks still voting. Exit poll, we're still going to add more waves to it. So that's sort of a baseline. That's a baseline here at 5 o'clock. And let's see how that plays out.
Smart politicians trust the voters, not the polls.
In the coming hours. And again, polls close most of the state at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Now, Steve, we obviously haven't seen any of the votes counted yet. The polls are still open. People are voting. But we were just talking about coalitions, and that makeup seems to be a good sign for Nikki Haley.
Elections are not won by polls, Commissioner. They're won by votes, at least in this country.
Seems to be a good sign for Nikki Haley, given those are more the type of people who would potentially vote for her if you're looking at demographics and past polling, or what is your thought on that? Yeah, well, I mean, we've known all week, and I think the Haley campaign has made little secret of it that, they are relying here in New Hampshire disproportionately on independent voters, on non-Republican voters, on getting as many of them out and as getting a big share of them as they possibly can. The question of what share she's getting, is one that we will find out later and we can talk about later. And again, we still need to see in this exit poll and ultimately as results start coming in at 7 o'clock. If there will be more exit poll data to come in the ensuing hours, and then there'll be the actual votes at 7 o'clock. But the initial wave shows you a composition of this New Hampshire Republican electorate that's a little different. It's frankly a lot different than we've seen before.
3 hours later.
We have an important projection to make. NBC News at this hour. It is 8:11 p.m. on the East Coast. Polls have been closed for 11 and a half minutes. And NBC News can now project that the winner of the New Hampshire Republican primary is Donald Trump. Earlier, the projection had been that it was too early to call, but that Trump was in the lead. 11 minutes after poll closing, Trump has been projected the winner.
I never would have believed that the polls could be wrong.
There have been other candidates who've trusted too much in the polls, Mayor Linseed, and they found out that it's the votes that count. After all, if you can't trust the voters, whom can you trust?